So I'd like to apologize to my listeners. I made a little mistake into my Serve Man Twilight Zone episode recap, saying that Richard Kyle was in Star Trek, What Are Little Girls Made Of? I'm sorry, I apologize for that. They were both very talented actors, and I should have known the difference, but it wasn't Richard Kyle, it was Ted Cassidy. Now, Ted Cassidy, for many people, is probably one of the most popular big men of his era, and was an accomplished character actor and voice actor. So much so that he played the Hulk. Standing at 6'9", 300 and some pounds. He tended to play unusual characters in offbeat or science fiction works, such as Star Trek and I Dream of Jeannie, and he also played Lurch on the live-action The Addams Family TV series of the mid-60s. He also narrated the intro sequence for the 77 live-action The Incredible Hulk TV series and provided the growls and roars for the Hulk for the series' first 2 seasons before his untimely passing, with actor Charles Napier providing the title character's vocals for the remainder of the series. Now, born in Pittsburgh on July 31st, 32, he was of Irish ancestry and raised in Philippi, West Virginia. In his youth, he was academically gifted and attended 3rd grade at age 6. During his freshman year of high school, age 11, he was on the football and basketball teams. After graduating from high school, he attended West Virginia Wesleyan College in Buchanan, where he's a member of the Alpha Sigma Phi fraternity. He transferred to Stetson University in DeLand, Florida, where he played college basketball for the Hatters, but was active in the student government. Now, he graduated from Stetson University with a BA. He began his broadcasting career at WCAO in Pensacola in the summer of 58 through the fall of 59. He then moved on to work as a DJ on WFAA in Dallas. He was an accomplished musician and moonlighting playing an organ for patrons of a Luby's Cafeteria in Dallas's Lockwood Shopping Center. He was right in the middle of excitement on the day John F. Kennedy was assassinated, and was among the first to interview eyewitnesses, W.E. Newman Jr. and Gail Newman. Now, Cassidy's height gave him an advantage in auditioning for unusual character roles. His best-known role is Lurch of the Addams Family, in which he feigned playing the harpsichord, although he was in fact an accomplished organist. He also played the character named Thing, though associate producer Jack Volklin took on the role in scenes involving both characters. Though the character of Lurch was originally intended to be mute, Cassidy's ad-lib "You rang" in response to the butler call was an immediate hit. It became his signature line, and he was given more lines. Several episodes were written to feature Lurch. Now, he reprised the role of Lurch in later appearances in the Batman episode The Penguin's Nest. He appears during the hero's familiar climbing scene up the side of the building as a tenant who was playing the Addams Family theme on a harpsichord prior to sticking his head out of the window and speaking to Batman and Robin. He also voiced Lurch in an episode of the new Scooby-Doo movies in 72 and the 73 animated series adaptation of the Addams Family, and he again reprised Lurch in the TV film Halloween with the New Addams Family in 77. Now, according to Thomas Duke Miller, a TV movie celebrity expert, Cassidy also had a small role opposite George Peppard in one episode of the TV movie Banasek. Cassidy played a worker in an auto scrapyard who attempted to kill Banasek because the investigator traced him as part of a plot to steal a rare and valuable book. In addition to the Addams Family, he found steady work in a variety of other TV shows. He had a prominent role in NBC's The New Adventures of Huckleberry Finn as Injun Joe, the blood enemy of Tom Sawyer and Huck. In the 67 The Man from U.N.C.L.E. episode in Napoleon's Tomb Affair, Cassidy played a henchman, Edgar, who kidnaps, tortures, and repeatedly tries to kill Napoleon in Ilya Kuryakin. Cassidy also provided the voice of a more aggressive version of Baylock in the Star Trek episode The Corbomite Maneuver and the Gorn in the episode Arena, and played the part of the android Ruck in the episode What Are the Little Girls Made Of? Cassidy did more work with Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry in the early 70s, playing Isaiah in the post-apocalyptic drama pilots Genesis 2 and Planet Earth. In the Lost in Space episode The Thief from Outer Space, he played the slave to the alien thief, played by Malachi Throne, who threatens the Robinsons. Now, in the Beverly Hills episode The Dahlia Feud from 67, he played Mr. Ted, the large musical gardener who plans Delilahs for Mrs. Drysdale. In 68, Cassidy appeared on Mannix in the episode To Kill a Writer as Felipe Montoya, on Daniel Boone in the Scrimshaw Ivory Chart as a pirate named Gentle Sam, and in 2 episodes of I Dream of Jeannie as the master of Jeannie's devious sister, in the episodes Genie, Who Got the Genie, and Genie's cousin in the episode Please Don't Feed the Astronauts. In the two-part $6 million episode The Return of Bigfoot, he provided the body and vocal effects of Bigfoot. The original role was originally played by pro wrestler Andre the Giant in the previous two-parter. Cassidy reprised the role in the 77 episode Bigfoot 5. He also starred in Bonanza's Decision of Los Robles in 1970. Now, concurrent with his appearance on the Addams Family, he began doing character voices on a recurring basis for the Hanna-Barbera Studios, culminating in the role of Frankenstein Jr. and Frankenstein Jr. in the Impossible series, and even reprised Lurch on several occasions for Hanna-Barbera Productions, most notably for the Addams Family animated series in 73-74. He was the voice of Meteor Man in Birdman and the Galaxy Trio, as well as the hero in Chuck Menville's pixelated short film Blaze Glory, in which his already deep voice was enhanced with reverb echo to give the character an exaggerated superhero sound. He also voiced Ben Grimm in the new Fantastic Four, playing the Thing. He also went on to perform the roars and growls for Godzilla in a 69 cartoon series that Hanna-Barbera co-produced with Toho, and he was also the voice of Montero in Jan of the Jungle segments that accompanied Godzilla during his first network run. His voice was the basis for the sinister voice of Black Manta, as well as Brainiac and several others on Super Friends. Cassidy was also the original voice of Moltar and Metalis on Space Ghost from 66 to 68. His final role was as King Tund of the Linemen in the TV animated feature film Flash Gordon, The Greatest Adventure of All. That particular role was originally recorded shortly before his death in 79, until a decision was made to use the footage for a TV series, The New Adventures of Flash Gordon. As such, Cassidy's death necessitated his role being recast for the series with Alan Melvin. After the series' conclusion, the original feature film and soundtrack were reassembled using Cassidy's performance and broadcast in prime time in 82. In live-action productions for the TV series Incredible Hulk, he provided narration of the title sequence and the Hulk's growls and roars. In deleted scenes from the original Battlestar Galactica 2 TV pilot Saga of a Star World, Cassidy can be heard providing temporary voice tracks of the Cylon Imperious leader before actor Patrick O'Neill was contracted to voice the character. Other film works included, ironically, Butch Cassidy in The Sundance Kid, McKenna's Gold, The Limit, Banasek, Charcoal Black, The Slams, Thunder Country, Poor Pretty Eddie, Harry and Walter Go to New York, the last remake of Bo Jess, and Golden Coconuts. Alongside Michael Werner, he co-wrote the screenplay of 73's The Herod Experiment, in which he made a brief appearance. During that time, he also worked with Noel Marshall, the EP of The Herod Experiment, on adventure comedy film Roar, released 2 years after his death. Now in 65, he released a 7-inch vinyl record on Capitol Records with 2 songs on it, The Lurch, written by Gary Paxton, and Wesley, written by Cliffy Stone and Scott Turner. He introduced the dance and performed the song The Lurch on September 11, 65 as Chivalry, and performed it again on Halloween on the same year in Shindig. Now, he did suffer from acromegaly, an endocrine disorder which during production of growth hormone for the pituitary gland that causes excessive bone growth in certain parts of the body. His health condition kept him from serious acting roles later in life. Now, he underwent surgery at St. Vincent's Medical Center in LA to have a benign tumor removed from his heart. Complications arose several days later when he was recuperating at home. He was readmitted to the same hospital where he died on January 16, 79 at the age of 46. He was cremated and his ashes were buried in the backyard of his home in Woodland Hills. Now, only married once to Margaret Helen Jesse, who he married in 56 and divorced in 75. Now, filmography: The Angry Red Planet, his first role in 1959. Then The Addams Family, The Girl from U.N.C.L.E., Lost in Space, Batman, Star Trek, Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles, The Phyllis Diller Show, The Monroes, Jack and the Beanstalk, Laredo, The Beverly Hillbillies, Mr. Terrific, Super President, Birdman and Galaxy Trio, Insight, Fantastic Four, again, a lot of these voice acting, Daniel Boone, I Dream of Jeannie, Tarzan, where he played Samson, Mannix, The New Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, McKenna's Gold, Butch Cassidy, The Sundance Kid, Bonanza, McDonald Land, the new Scooby-Doo movies, The Limit, Ironside, Charcoal Black, Banasek, Genesis 2, The Herod Experiment, The Addams Family, The Voice, of course, The Slams, Planet Earth, The Great Lester Boggs, Thunder Country, The Intruder, Poor Pretty Eddie, Her and Walter and Go to New York, The Bionic Woman, $6 Million Man, again, Bigfoot, Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, he played the voice for 36 episodes. The Great Balloon Race, Benny and Barney, LA Uncover, the last remake of BoJack, Space Sentinels, the all-new Super Friends Hour, Halloween with a New Addams Family, The Incredible Hulk, Captain Caveman, The Teen Angels, The Flintstones, Little Big League, Sugar Time, Man from Atlantis, Chico and the Man, Doctor Strange. He was uncredited for a TV movie. Dinky Dog, Golden Coconuts, Fang Face, Her Space Race, Greatest Hero of the Bible when he played Goliath, Jan of the Jungle, The Fantastic Four, The Voice, Challenge of the Super Friends, played a whole bunch of characters, Cowboy Sand, Godzilla, The Flintstones meet Rockley and Frankenstone, The Plastic Man, Comedy Adventure Hour, Roar, and Flash Gordon, The Greatest Adventure of All. So again, Ted Cassidy, again, a Renaissance guy, actor, voice actor, character actor, but it's a weird, this whole situation, ladies and gentlemen. He never got the due respect he should have. Like I said, a very intellectual guy, a very positive guy in all facets. And his passing was mourned by many, ladies and gentlemen. The 80s would have got him more work, but sometimes things happen. And Andre the Giant died young as well. So that's the story of the great and the big star, Ted Cassidy. If you like what they're doing here, what are movie and TV tributes, let us know. What I like, comment, subscribe, or share.